if you can tell, but this part of the forest has really been cleaned out really well. I did this when I was first starting up the whole build process, and when they were working on the mechanical shed in anticipation for the home to be built. And you had to have, per CAL FIRE, everything cleared, limbed, cleared 100 feet from where your property sits. So to get the permits approved and everything, that's what I did. And I'm glad I did. It was quite expensive, but it's really made this part of the forest more accessible to me. And yeah, and more safe. It's been nice to just kind of quietly walk through the trees, listen to the birds, find new discoveries out here. It's really so beautiful. You can see that this is the area that the 100 feet of clearance and really making safe stopped. We're well past 100 feet here, and a lot of the forest looks like this. And when I first saw this part, I was a little shocked, surprised. I mean, it almost looks like a giant walk through here and knock down all of these old trees and limbs. It's really wild. It's such a contrast. I think someday, it'd be nice to harvest a lot of this stuff that's on the ground already dead for wood, for firewood. For now, a lot of little creatures live under this stuff, and it is decomposing slowly, so I'm not going to touch it. But yeah, this is basically what a forest looks like. I mean, really looks like, unless you take care of it. And what I mean by taking care of it is making sure that the invasive species are taken out and a lot of the trees are thinned. The Douglas fir, which are the majority of the trees over here on this side of the property, my brother's property, they've pretty much taken over. I hardly have any oak trees here. There are a few. There's a lot of stumps that have, obviously they have been taken over by like beetle infestations and whatnot, disease. But yeah, there is a conservation type of group that work with the indigenous tribes, and they are hoping to work with this community up here to better take care of the land, and that would mean thinning out a lot of these Douglas fir, because they do take up a lot of the water, the underground water. And that is taking water from everything else that should be thriving. So it's really off balance, I guess you could say. So yeah, I hope at some point that my parcel will be included in that plan, and all this can be taken care of. It's sad when you look at it. It just looks, I mean, like I said, it looks like a giant just walked through here and destroyed all this stuff. Yeah. I've been preparing for a rather large rain system coming through, storm system, and I'm supposed to get rain for 8 days straight. So I've just been getting things together and ready for that, making sure that I have everything I need. My propane has been filled, the tank, so we won't freeze. And yeah, I think the best thing to do if you're in a rainstorm and it's cold is to make soup. So I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm using green lentils that I soaked overnight. This is just a little under a cup. That's all I had left. So I'm going to use these. I'm going to rinse these now. And I'm going to start sauteing the onions, carrots, and celery in this saucepan. So I'm just going to add some olive oil. My onions. Carrots and celery. And now I'm going to add some garlic. This is a couple of cloves. Well, there's like 4 small cloves. I'm just going to have a little pepper. I'm going to hold off on the salt because the vegetable stock that comes from a bouillon, well, it's like a little container that I use. It has some salt in it. So this is the vegetable stock I use. It's vegan. It's no added sugars. It's good. Just put a little bit in with some hot water and it comes out great. Okay, so now I'm going to add this huge mound of cut up mushrooms. I have the flame kind of high because I know these mushrooms are going to start secreting their water, so I don't want it to really steam right now. I kind of want it to get a little brown, but you don't have to. It's all going to be great either way. Okay, you're supposed to use balsamic vinegar. I don't have any. I ran out. But I have this glazed balsamic vinegar. It's a little thicker, but it still works. So I'm going to put that in now. And it's not a ton because it is pretty concentrated. But it does give like a little sweetness and really great color. Okay, now I'm going to add some thyme. Came from my garden. The celery was from my garden. The carrots. It's always satisfying to use the stuff that I grew. And then I'm just going to add the vegetable stock, and I'm going to add another one of these of water. See how that looks. Add in my lentils. Yeah, so that was probably a half of that cup of water. And then I'm going to let this cook, and then I use this Beyond Meat, I think it is. They have Italian sausages, mild, and I just took them out of the casing and I made tiny little meatballs. Again, this is vegan sausage, so I'll put that in toward the end because I don't want it to all break apart. So that's about it. I'm just going to keep tasting it to make sure that it has enough vinegar, it has enough salt, you know, enough flavor in it, and then I'll top it with parsley. Okay, the lentils are just about finished cooking. Perfect, actually. I'm just going to add in this vegan sausage made into meatballs. And that's it.